Hello dear students, now we are going to start chapter 4 from your IGK Olympiad workbook from grade 7 and the chapter name is Universe. Okay, in this chapter we are going to discuss about the universe and universe planets, stars, and about scientists, astronomers. So let's start. Next one. Question 1. Jupiter has many moons. The four largest moons, namely Io, Europa, Ganymede and Callisto. Okay. So पहले तो इनका सीक्वेंस ही बता दूं मैं आपको. Io is the closest to the Jupiter. Second is Europa. Then third number पे Ganymede and जो farthest moon है Jupiter से that is Callisto. Okay. So this is the sequence of the moon. सबसे पहले इन चारों moons को किसने ऑब्जर्व किया था? That was Galileo Galilei is the right answer here. In which year? 1610. In this year, Galileo Galilei discovered these four moons, and these four moons collectively known as Galilean satellites. Okay, because they want to give the honor to Galileo Galilei, that's why collectively all four moons also known as Galilean satellites. So next one, B. Edward E. Barnard. Actually, he discovered the Jupiter's fifth moon, and its fifth moon name was, that is Amalthea. 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 Okay, in 1892, fifth moon was discovered. Philibert J. Malloy. Actually, he discovered a minor outer moon of Jupiter in 1908. Okay. A very minor moon of Jupiter, and its name was Pasiphae. Pasiphae. Okay. And fourth one, Charles D. Perrine. Actually, Charles P. Perrine discovered minor moon of Jupiter in 1905 to 1904 to 1905, and names was like Himalaya and Ilara. These were the minor moon discovered by this scientist in the 1904-1905. They also discovered the Jupiter's moon. But these first four moons, okay, largest four moons discovered by Galileo Galilei, A is right answer. Next one, it's NASA New Frontiers mission currently orbiting the planet Jupiter. It was launched from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station on August 5, 2011 and arrived at Jupiter in July 2016. Identify it. This is Juno. C is the right answer here. Okay. Target planet क्या था इसका? Jupiter was the target planet of this Juno. It was launched on the August 5, 2011, but it landed or arrived on there on 2016. Okay. That was second mission of the NASA. Okay. Of this program. That was a Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. First one, Voyager 1. This is launched in 1977 to fly by Jupiter and Saturn. It is now in interstellar space. Okay. B. Aloti 1. It is a Canadian satellite launched in 1962 to study Earth ionosphere. Okay. They launched this satellite, Canadian people. And last one, D. New Horizons. This is a New Frontier mission launched in 2006 to explore Pluto and Kuiper belt. They launched this mission. But right answer for given question, that is Juno. C is right answer here. Next question. OSIRIS-REx is one of the NASA's outer mission spacecraft that became the first United States Explorer space mission to collect a sample from an asteroid and return to the Earth in 2023 to study the contents of organic molecules that could support human life. What is the name of this asteroid? Yes, this asteroid name is Bennu. B is the right answer here. Actually, the spacecraft successfully collected rocket or dust from this asteroid Bennu, and it returned the sample safely to Earth in September 2023. Okay, scientists analyze these materials to study the early solar system and organic molecules. Why other are incorrect? Actually, Apophis, this is near Earth asteroid that the spacecraft is currently traveling to visit next for its extended mission. Okay, but no samples were taken out from it. Vesta, Vesta is a large asteroid in the main asteroid belt, was studied extensively by NASA. Fourth one, Eros. This was a target of the near Shoemaker spacecraft, which became the first probe to orbit, land on 2001. But right answer here only is Bennu, from where we collected some samples also. So B is right answer. Next, which of the following space telescope created a new milestone to unveil the first ever directed image of the black holes in the galaxy Messier 87 in 2019 that became breakthrough in understanding the gas clouds near events horizon. किड्स क्वेश्चंस को हमेशा ध्यान से पढ़ो, क्योंकि क्वेश्चन में इटसेल्फ अपने आप एक जीके दी होती है. जैसे कि इस क्वेश्चन में है और प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन आपने जितने भी रीड किए सब में अपने आप में कुछ जीके क्वेश्चंस बनते हैं. ठीक है, कि फर्स्ट जो एवर डायरेक्ट इमेज थी ब्लैक होल की वो कहाँ से आई, किस ईयर में आई एंड ऑल. तो क्वेश्चन को भी बड़े ध्यान से पढ़ो और उसे भी अच्छे से समझो. द गैस मॉलिक्यूल नियर इवेंट होरिजन, दैट इज इवेंट होरिजन टेलीस्कोप. डी इज द राइट आंसर हियर. Actually, in April 2019, scientists revealed the first ever direct image of black hole shadow. Okay, the supermassive black hole sites at the center of the massive galaxy. This is massive galaxy. Okay, the Event Horizon Telescope is not a single spacecraft, but a global network of synchronized ground-based radio observations. Okay, working together to create an Earth-sized virtual telescope. Got it? This is Event Horizon Telescope. Option A, James Webb Space Telescope. This was launched in 2021, not in 2019. And it focused primarily in infrared astronomy. Okay. Second one, Nuclear Spectroscopic Telescope. This is also known as NU star. Okay. And it was launched for the X-ray Space Telescope, designed to study high energy X-rays from objects like black holes. Okay, to study the X-rays which are coming from the black hole, but it cannot capture direct event horizon images. Third one, Hubble Space Telescope. This is a space optical and UV space telescope. It provides foundational data of jet. Okay, but lack of angular resolution of for the horizon. So only right answer here for the direct images, that is Event Horizon Telescope. C, D is right answer. Next question, select the correct statement. That is, Uranus is the only planet in the solar system which rotate on its axis from east to west. Is it correct? This is absolutely incorrect. Okay, not only Uranus, Venus is also a planet which rotate east to west. Okay, Venus is not only the planet as well as, and Uranus is not only the planet, they both are the planet which rotate east to west. Any other planet rotate west to east. So this is incorrect here. Second one, ring of the Saturn were discovered by Hubble in 1610. No, they were first discovered by Galileo Galilei in 1610, not by Hubble. Okay, this is wrong. Galileo Galilei is the right answer here. Okay, Hubble Space Telescope was launched much later in 1990, not in 16. Okay. Question C, Titan, part C, Titan is the largest moon in the solar system. No, Titan is the second largest moon, not largest. It is second largest moon. Okay, second largest moon in the solar system. And largest moon in the solar system, which is that? That is Ganymede. Ganymede. Ganymede is the largest moon in the solar system and Titan is the second largest moon. So all of these are so none of these is the correct. All of these are incorrect statement. None of these is correct. So none of these, D is the right answer here. Not a single statement is correct here. Next one, the appearance of which of the following constellation in the east from northern hemisphere is the first sign of spring? Okay, so first sign of spring, that is Leo. It gives the constellation, the lion is a prominent marker to the spring season in the northern hemisphere. Okay, during the onset of spring, Leo rise high in the eastern sky and right after sunset. Okay, and the other option like Sagittarius and Scorpius, they both are the classic summer constellation. Okay, classic summer constellation, not for the spring. And this is Pegasus. This is Pegasus is the for autumn. Okay, but right answer for the spring season, that is Leo. B is the right answer here. Next one, a dwarf planet is a celestial body that orbits the sun and is nearly round but has not been able to clear the neighborhood around the orbit. Which of the following is considered as dwarf planet by astronomers? Dwarf planet by astronomers are considered Haumea. That is the officially recognized dwarf planet in the Kuiper belt. Beyond Neptune it is. It satisfies all the criteria mentioned in the question. Okay. And next one, that Altair, it is a bright star in the constellation Aquilia. Okay, this is not a dwarf planet. This is a bright star in the constellation Aquilia. And Betelgeuse, this is a red supergiant star in the constellation Orion. This is not a dwarf planet. Okay, this is also the name of a giant star, red color giant star in the Orion constellation. Right answer for given description is Haumea only. A is right answer. Next one is, it is the brightest star in the northern constellation Lyra. It is also the fifth brightest star in the night sky. The first star other than sun to be photographed, identify it. First star जो कि sun के अलावा photograph हुआ है, that is Vega. C is the right answer here. Okay, Vega is the alpha star at the brightest star in the northern constellation of Lyra. It is fifth brightest star in the entire sky and it was first photographed after sun. Vega is the right answer here. Okay, and next that is Canopus, Sirius and Pleiades. That is if I'm talking about option A, Canopus, this is the second brightest star. Okay, it is fifth brightest star but this is second brightest star. And Sirius, that is the absolute brightest star in the night sky. And Pleiades, this is an open star cluster in the constellation of Taurus. Okay, this is not a single star, it is a cluster of star, cluster of 7 stars actually. Okay, it is also known as the Seven Sisters, that is Pleiades. But right answer for given question, that is Vega. C is right answer here. Next is the correct increasing order of the revolution velocities of given planet is. देखो, सबसे पहले तो मैं आपको प्लैनेट का सीक्वेंस ही दिखा देती हूँ. दिस इज द सीक्वेंस ऑफ प्लैनेट फ्रॉम सन टू, दिस इज द क्लोजेस्ट पार्ट एंड दिस इज द फारदेस्ट पार्ट. ओके, नाउ दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द वेलोसिटी. वेलोसिटी, यू नो दैट वेलोसिटी क्या होता है? चेंज इन स्पीड विद टाइम इज नोन एज वेलोसिटी. मतलब क्या है? इट इज रिलेटेड टू स्पीड. ओके, जो कैप्लर साइंटिस्ट हैं उनका क्या लॉ था? कैप्लर थर्ड लॉ स्टेट दैट द प्लैनेट क्लोजर टू द सन मूव फास्टर. क्लोजर टू द सन मूव फास्टर, और जितना वो फारदेस्ट होगा उतनी वेलोसिटी क्या होगी? इसकी डिक्रीज होती चली जाएगी, तो उतना ही वो स्लो मूव करता है. ठीक है, दिस इज द कैप्लर्स थर्ड लॉ. अब अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट लॉ वी विल सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन कि इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर क्या रहेगा वेलोसिटी का. तो देखो, फर्स्ट वन मार्स. मार्स कहां पर है? ये रहा मार्स. एंड सेकेंड वन जुपिटर. जुपिटर मार्स के बाद आ रहा है, एंड यूरेनस उसके भी बाद आ रहा है, और अर्थ सबसे पहले आ रहा है. अगर अर्थ सबसे पहले आ रहा है तो यस, which one will be the, they are asking about the increasing order of the revolution velocity. Okay, increasing order of revolution velocity means क्या है? Arrange the planet from slowest orbital velocity to the fastest, है ना? स्लोएस्ट टू फास्टेस्ट. स्लोएस्ट कौन सा रहेगा? यूरेनस. तो सबसे पहले यूरेनस आएगा. यूरेनस थर्ड नंबर पे है तो ये सबसे पहले हो जाएगा. उसके बाद उससे थोड़ा हाई कौन सा है? हमें इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर निकालना है, तो स्लोएस्ट सबसे पहले लेंगे और फास्टेस्ट सबसे लास्ट में लेंगे. तो सेकेंड नंबर पे क्या आएगा? जुपिटर, दैट इज सेकेंड नंबर. थर्ड पर कौन सा आएगा? मार्स. मार्स यहां आ जाएगा. और फोर्थ नंबर पर क्या आएगा? अर्थ आएगा. ओके, तो हमारा सीक्वेंस क्या रहेगा? पहले थर्ड नंबर, देन उसके बाद सेकेंड नंबर, देन उसके बाद फर्स्ट नंबर एंड देन उसके बाद फोर्थ नंबर. तो दिस इज सीक्वेंस हियर. ए इज राइट आंसर. ओके, आई होप यू गॉट दिस क्वेश्चन कि जिसकी जो जितना दूर है सन से दैट इज स्लोएस्ट प्लेनेट. ओके, और जितना स्लोएस्ट है उतना क्या है, उसका जो रिवॉल्यूशन है, ऑर्बिटल वेलोसिटी जो है सन से जितना दूर है उतनी ही कम है, और जितना सन के जो पास है उसकी उतनी ही फास्ट है. ठीक है, तो हम क्या करेंगे, इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर निकालना है तो स्लो टू फास्ट की तरफ जाएंगे. स्लोएस्ट वाज यूरेनस एंड फास्टेस्ट वाज अर्थ इन दिस क्वेश्चन. सो ए इज राइट आंसर. Next one, Kepler space. Again, Kepler scientist here. Kepler space telescope was the NASA's exoplanet mission designed to explore a portion of Milky Way galaxy in the search of exoplanets. It was the first dedicated mission to discover Earth-sized exoplanet in the habitable zone of parent stars. In July 2015, NASA announced that the discovery of the exoplanet, that name is referred as an Earth 2, Earth का second version. Okay, it is also known as Earth cousin. This, okay, Earth cousin. They also call it somewhere a version of Earth, second version of Earth, and Earth cousin also. Which exoplanet are we are talking about? This is the planet name. Yes, कौन सा planet है ये? That is Kepler's 452b. D is the right answer here. Actually, Earth's second version nickname is given by the scientists that in July 2015, NASA announced the discovery of Kepler 452b, which media and the scientists widely dubbed as Earth version 2 or Earth cousin due to similarity in the size and temperature. साइज भी सिमिलर था और टेम्परेचर भी सिमिलर था. और एक सिमिलरिटी और ये भी थी कि अर्थ पर 1 ईयर 365 डेज का होता है, Kepler 452 पर 1 ईयर 385 डेज का होता है. ठीक है, दैट इज ऑल्सो सिमिलैरिटी इन अ ईयर. ठीक है, डेज ऑफ द ईयर. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो नोन एज अर्थ वर्जन 2. दिस इज Kepler's 452b is the right answer here. Okay, next one is, next question, that is the first dedicated weather satellite project of India is called Kalpana-1, that was launched in 2002 by ISRO. It was also became the first in India which was launched by PSLV into geostationary orbit in 2003. It was renamed from its original name to Kalpana-1 by former Indian Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. It was originally known as, but original इसका name क्या था? That was METSAT-1. C was the right answer here. METSAT-1 means Meteorological Satellite 1. That was its original name. Okay, it was launched on September 12, 2002 and rename, इसका rename कब हुआ? 2003 में हुआ. प्राइम मिनिस्टर अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी ने इसको रीनेम कर दिया इन द ऑनर ऑफ कल्पना चावला. द सैटेलाइट नेम वाज Kalpana-1. Okay, this AXeedSat-1, this is a private Indian miniature satellite. It was launched in 2018. And AstroSat, it is first dedicated multi-wavelength space astronomy. Okay, this is in 2015 launched. Or ExpoSat, this is first dedicated polarimetry mission and it was launched in 2024. Okay, but right answer for given question C is right answer. Next is the constellation represent the white winged horse in Greek mythology. It can be seen in the northern hemisphere, high in the sky, starting near the end of summer and counting through autumn. Which constellation is this? This constellation is Pegasus. C is the right answer here. Actually, this is a famous divine winged horse from Greek mythology. It is a prominent constellation in the northern hemisphere and best view from late summer to the autumns. Okay, एंड अदर ऑप्शन, अगर लियो की बात करें तो ये किसको, लॉयन को रिप्रेजेंट करता है ना. पाइसेस को किसको करती है? मीन को, सॉरी फिश को. मीन इज द हिंदी नेम हेयर. एंड कैप्रिकॉर्नस, दिस इज सी गोट. सी गोट. बट फॉर winged horse, this is Pegasus. C is right answer here. Next question is, polarized, also known as the North Star, appear to stay fixed above the Earth North Pole along our planet's rotational axis. It is therefore used to locate the north direction. It is the part of which constellation? Actually, this is part of Ursa Minor. D is right answer here. This is also known as the little bear. Little bear. Okay, this is the correct translation. Polaris is its brightest star. It is sit at the end of the little dipper handle. Okay, at the end. जो उर्सा मेजर है, it is known as the great bear. GREAT, great bear. This is constellation contain the big dipper, but polarize इसका part नहीं है. It actually locate the polarize, but it polarize is not inside this. Okay, polarize is inside Ursa Minor only. Orion, the hunter. Nickname of this constellation is the hunter. Actually, this is a prominent winter constellation. Okay, it is famous for distinctive 3-star belt that lies near the celestial equator. Next, Cassiopeia, the queen. We call it the queen. This is a distinct W shape, or we can say M shape constellation. Okay, so right answer here is D only. Next is Robonaut, a NASA robot designed to be humanoid, is called a Detroxus robot because its hand and fingers move like human. That's why we call it Dextrosus robot. Actually, dexterity means skill and coordination in the performance, like physical tasks with their hands. Okay, that's why we call it dexterous. Okay, this is the reason, because its hand and finger move like this. B is right answer here. Next, who among the following physicists was conferred with the 2020 Nobel Prize in the physics for the discovery that black hole formation is a robust prediction of the general theory of relativity? Okay, so this was given by the Roger Penrose. D is the right answer here. Actually, it was awarded 1/2 of 2020 Nobel Prize in physics for his mathematical proof showing that black hole formation is a direct consequence of Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity. Okay, and James Pebbel, he won the Nobel Prize also in 2019. Okay, for physics, but for what? For theoretical discoveries of physical cosmology. For what? For physical cosmology. And Michael Mayer and Digger Quells, they both are Digger Quells and Michael Mayer. They shared other half of the 2019 Nobel Prizes. Okay, in physics for the discovery of exoplanet orbiting a solar type star. Okay, they all are Nobel Prize winner, but in different areas for different category. And D is the right answer here for given description. Next one is, which of the following part of solar system are volcanically active? Earth, Venus, Io, Mars, Triton, Enceladus, and Ganymede. So here Earth, Io, Triton, and Enceladus only is the right answer here. Okay. Actually, Earth have highly active and numerous active silicate volcanoes. We all know that. On Earth, there is many type of volcanoes. We have studied in the social science also. Io is the moon of Jupiter, the most volcanically active body in the solar system. Okay, and driven by intense tidal heating by Jupiter. So Io and Earth, they both are they both have volcanic activities. Third one, Triton, moon of Neptune. Triton is the moon of Neptune and known for its active ice volcanoes, erupting nitrogen gas and dark dust and plumes. Okay. Next one, Enceladus. This is the moon of Saturn and highly active. It has highly active ice volcanoes also. At it, they vent plumes of water ice, water vapor, organic compound also. Okay, that's why the 4 planets have active volcanoes. Okay, जो कि एक्टिव वल्केनोज हैं. अब जैसे कि बड़ा ही फेमस है ओलंपस मून फ्रॉम मार्स. ओके, सारे बच्चे कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं कि ओलंपस मून तो मतलब एक्टिव और मतलब पूरा यूनिवर्स का सबसे बड़ा वल्केनो है, बट इट इज नॉट एक्टिव वल्केनो ओलंपस मून. ओके, ओलंपस मून की हाइट क्या है? 2.5 टाइम्स ज्यादा है हमारे माउंट एवरेस्ट से. वी ऑल नो दैट. बट मार्स के ऊपर जो ये वल्केनो है ओलंपस मून, ये भी एक्टिव नहीं है. अर्थ अर्थ के ऊपर तो है, वीनस पर नहीं है। मार्स पर भी जो ओलंपस मून है वो एक्टिव नहीं है, ओके, वो एक्सटिंक्ट है। ट्राइटन ये तो है, एनसेलेडस ओनली नहीं, ये दोनों भी नहीं इंक्लूड हो पाएंगे क्योंकि हमारे इसके अलावा लोअर अर्थ भी है। लोअर गैनेमाइड ओनली, गैनेमाइड नहीं है। गैनेमाइड क्या है, इसके पास भी अगर हम देखें तो इट शोज हिस्टोरिकल जियोलॉजिकल एक्टिविटी, बट इट इज करंट कंसिडर्ड एज इनएक्टिव वल्केनिक एक्टिविटीज, ओके। Only right answer here is Earth, Io, Triton and Enceladus. A is right answer. Next one is the Fermi Gamma Ray Space Telescope is a satellite used to study the most powerful source of radiation in the universe. When was it launched? It was launched in June 11th, 2008. Okay. It was carried into space by a Delta Second 790-20H-10C rocket. This is the number of the rocket, which with the help of this rocket it was launched in the space. Okay, June 11 2008 is the right answer here. Next one, a system of two stars that rotate around a common center of mass is called, yes, what it is called, it is called binary star. A is the right answer here. Okay, binary star is a system of consisting of two stars orbiting around a common barycenter. ठीक है, and the second one, beta Centauri and Gamma Aristis. These both are the specific example of star system. They both happen to be a binary multiple system. Note for the general definition. Okay, blue star refer to a star color and a temperature classification, but not its orbit relationship with the another star. That's why it is wrong answer. Only right answer is binary star. नेक्स्ट वन, ओलंपस मून इज अ शील्ड वल्केनो ऑन अ प्लेनेट मार्स. अभी हमने एक्सप्लेन किया. लोकेटेड इन मार्स वेस्टर्न हेमिस्फीयर. व्हाट मेक ओलंपस मून वल्केनो डिफरेंट फ्रॉम ऑल वल्केनोज ऑन द अर्थ? बिकॉज व्हाई? यस, क्या रीजन है जैसे सबसे डिफरेंट है? इट इज बिगर देन अर्थ वल्केनोज. मैंने बताया था कितना, ऑलमोस्ट 2.5 टाइम्स क्या है, बिगर है अर्थ के सबसे बड़े वल्केनो से भी. ओके, it is largest volcano in our solar system. We can say that Olympus moon, but it stands roughly 21.9 kilometer high. It is almost 2.5 times taller than the Mount Everest. Okay, so here D is right answer. Next one, when two stars of different temperature are compared, then what? Then the hotter star appear bluish. D is the right answer here actually. Okay, actually hotter star emit more energy at shorter wavelength, make them appear blue. और जो colder stars होते हैं वो emit करते हैं more and more energy जो कि longer wavelength की होती है, तो वो कैसे appear होंगे? red. colder star कैसे होते हैं? red. और hotter star कैसे होते हैं? blue. So here D is right answer. Next one, read the given passage. Some of the words have been italicized in it. Which of the following statements is incorrect regarding it? Italicized word आप जानते हो ना, जो हल्के से slanting लिखे होते हैं, tilted होते हैं, that is called italicized words. So let's read the passage. Heavy lift launch vehicle is a type of rocket which can do things that other rockets cannot. Cannot is here italicized. They can launch larger payloads into high is also italicized Earth orbit. The Saturn V rocket launched an entire space station Skylab in one is also italicized launch. The Saturn V could launch or about 180 italicized 180 ton into Earth orbit, which is about as much weight as 10 school buses. So this is not italicized, this is just I haven't marked here. Only 4 words here are italicized. So for very first we need to check the explanation of this paragraph, then we will check कि कौन सा वर्ड इसमें रॉन्ग फिट है. ओके, एक्चुअली इसका एक्सप्लेनेशन क्या है पैराग्राफ का कि हैवी लिफ्ट लॉन्च व्हीकल्स आर क्लासिफाइड primarily based on their capability to carry massive payloads into where it can be payload into low Earth orbit, not in high. Here high is given wrong. Okay, therefore the word high in the passage is factually incorrect here. It should be replaced by the low. So this is wrong here. Low word. So it should be replaced, high should be replaced by the low. So B is the right answer here. Cannot should be, it is correct here. 1B जो था वो cannot do, देखो, हैवी लिफ्ट लॉन्च व्हीकल इज अ टाइप ऑफ रॉकेट विच कैन नॉट डू एनी अदर थिंग्स, ये सही है यहाँ पर। उसके बाद जो 1 and 180 लिखा हुआ है ये भी सही के वर्ड्स हैं, ओनली हाई वर्ड इज द रॉन्ग पुट इट हियर, सो इट शुड बी रिप्लेस्ड बाय लोड, बी इज राइट आंसर। Next one, the Soyuz is a Russian spacecraft which is like a lifeboat for the space station. At least one Soyuz is always docked at the space station. Which of the following statement are correct about Soyuz? So first one is the it carry people and supply to and form the space station. Absolutely correct here. It is designed to transport crew members and cargo to the to and from the International Space Station. Okay. The crew sites in the part of the spacecraft called a capsule. Absolutely correct. The crew launches and return to Earth inside the specialized descent module, which function as a capsule. Third one, up to 3 astronaut or cosmonaut can ride in Soyuz capsule. Absolutely correct here. This statement also in Soyuz vehicle has exactly 3 seats available. So only 3 people can ride in this spacecraft. So this is all 3 statements are correct. D is right answer here. Question 23 is Mars has about dash the gravity of Earth while Mars has about 1/3 the gravity of the Earth while Pluto has about 1/5 of the gravity of the Earth. Okay, so 1/3 and 1/5, B is the right answer here. Question 24 is the read the given paragraph and select the option which correctly fill the blank. When stars run out of fuel in their core, they blot into what? They blot into red giants. Actually, whenever stars run out of hydrogen fuel, then their core expand into red giants. After a few million years, the outer layer begin to put off, forming a planetary nebula, leaving behind only the dead core of mostly carbon and oxygen. Okay. Actually, after shedding their outer layer to form a planetary nebula, the remaining hot dead core is composed mostly carbon or oxygen. Then they became what? They became white dwarf stars. Okay, the remaining dense core glows from leftover heat as a white dwarf star. So D is right answer here. Next one, which of the following statement are correct regarding to the asteroids Vesta? Asteroid Vesta. So let's check. It was first discovered in March 29th, 1807. Absolutely correct. It has light and dark patches on the surface. Correct here. Actually, Hubble Space Telescope image shows that it has light and dark patches on their surface. These represent diverse volcanic terrains and impact craters. It is the second largest and the brightest asteroid in the solar system. Absolutely correct here. Okay. It is brightest asteroid in the solar system. So all 3 statements are correct. So D is right answer here. So students, here we learn about chapter 4, that is about the universe. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel KVS Coach. Don't forget to press bell icon to get notification for each new video. Thank you. Bye bye.